September 25th. It's been nearly a full month, and things are starting to feel natural in school now. Well, at least compared to my old schools, except now I've actually made some good friends. I'm pretty sure we're good friends anyways, I don't really know how to measure friendship. Outside of that party a few days ago, I haven't hung out with any of them outside of school. If friends just hung out at school, and good friends did stuff outside of school, then where does that put us? Well, it's still early in the school year. I'll figure out the friendship conversion rate at some point. And it's not like I'm rushing either. Shades, focus! Leaving my current thoughts, I realize I have been in the middle of climbing a rock wall in the gymnasium. Huh, why was I spacing out again? Oh right, all the blood rushing to my head. How did you screw up climbing a rock wall so bad that you ended up hanging upside down? Oh! Alright, peel yourself off my majestic gym floor and hit the showers. Whew. I made it just in time. I take my seat right next to Olivia and let myself relax for a second. Olivia is, as usual, doodling away in her notebook. I take a quick peek at her new work, curious to see who she's trying to turn to a caricature today. Instead, the page is filled with various scribbles of what looks to be a rat. The only piece of shading for its fur is just on its head, save for a white spot around its right eye. It looks like the same one she doodled on the note we passed around in history class. The Murrid mural shows it in various poses and scenarios, some basic and some pretty creative. There's even one wearing a cape and wielding a ridiculously giant sewing needle like a sword. These rat doodles of yours are pretty cute. Thanks. Actually, that reminds me, look who else I drew over the weekend. She flips a couple of pages of her sketchbook and holds it up for me to see. Much to my surprise, it's none other than Mia. Olivia decided to draw her as what I can only describe in the most flattering of ways as a druggy harlot. Her clothes are even more ripped than her usual attire, her jacket is filled with all kinds of unflattering patches, and her hair is styled into a gaudy mohawk that only detracts slightly from her face full of piercings and rings. In fact, she has a couple of rings piercing her eyelids, to the point that I think it would be impossible to keep her eyes open from their weight. And that's not even getting into all the tattoos that Olivia has drawn on Mia's face. I can't help but let out a snicker at the sight. You like? She's sporting a smug grin as she looks my way. I mean, it's funny, but how can she even breathe with all those nose rings? Doesn't need to. She's full of hot air already. The girl chuckles a bit at her own joke. I bet if she saw it, steam would blow out of her ears. Yeah, she'd stomp around uselessly and then do nothing else. It seems like you have a pretty good idea on how she works. She's just predictable. It's not rocket science. We're interrupted by a pair of students. I recognize them, though I only know one of their names. Yo, Inco, my Humie! So I saw what you submitted for the contest, and I just love it. It was so good I just had to show it to my friend. Yeah, man, I just had to come see who made it when Lunara told me all about it. And when she told me, I was like, oh my god, I just knew when I saw you, you had that artistic spirit. Pretty damn fantastic, especially for a newbie. I'm a bit taken aback by her backhanded compliment. Still, it is a compliment, the first real one I've heard since coming to St. Hammond. About my art, I mean. Oh my gosh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Kiara, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah, likewise. Cool. I mean, it's not that great of a piece, it's just something that I had on hand. Last minute? Damn, you're selling yourself way too short there. Yeah, your work is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'm thinking we should hang out sometime. Oh, you slut, stop trying to get into his pants. Oh shit, the bell's ringing soon. Already? Damn. Well, it was nice seeing you again, Inco. Keep up the great work. Be seeing you later. Yeah, be seeing you real soon, Inco. I can't help but smile as my new friends wave their goodbyes and depart. I don't know if that's friendly behavior. A heady feeling of joy washing through my head as I replay their words of praise repeatedly. In the corner of my eye, Olivia's smile reflects the overwhelming cheer I'm feeling. Though it seems to vanish the moment I look her way. Seems like you're becoming the talk of the school. I mean, I hoped that I'd get some positive feedback about my work, but I didn't realize it would be that good. Olivia chews her lip in contemplation before turning to me. Say, Inco, can I see your submission? Sure, give me a second. Luckily, I'm prepared, as not only do I have my portfolio drive, but I finally set up a cloud drive for it. It's as simple as opening up the application on my phone and swiping to the exact digital copy to present it to Olivia. Ta-da! I consider it my magnum opus. Magnum opus, I finally got to say it. You keep a copy of it on your phone? I've got my whole portfolio in cloud storage. I learned it was good practice from a couple of artist blogs. So, what do you think? Oh, Olivia squints at my phone. She does her best to formulate her opinion. It's, nice. The compost of it is really something. You mean composition? Yeah, that. You did great, Inco. Huh. Getting a compliment from Olivia for my work feels a bit alien to me. But maybe, just maybe, this was the start of something new? Yeah, I can almost feel it now. Inco G. Nito, ace photographer, capable of capturing masterpieces through a photo lens. Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. Olivia must see my self-congratulatory grin because her own drops. Alright, you did good, but don't let it go to your head. When the grin remains, she forces it off by elbowing me in the chest. Gah! Warned you. That is going to leave a bruise. With that exchange behind us, Olivia and I get ready for class. As was the norm by now, Mr. Iatakan began class with some violent abuse of school property. Good morning, good morning. Now settle down. We've got announcements to go over. I sit back in my seat, subtly feeling out the spot where Olivia smacked me to check. Yep, bruised. Sheesh. As the pale pterodon continued on reading from the announcement sheet like he did every day, I found myself lost in my own thoughts. Nothing else really happens that I'd consider out of the ordinary. Things that are new, like the school itself, are finally starting to become mundane. Later at lunch, I'm rattling off my best stand-up to Olivia while Damien's out getting seconds. Liz had retreated to her usual space in the rafters. And then he says, "Oh, goddamn!" Olivia's hand flies to her nose, trying and failing to contain the snort-filled laughter. It sets off a chain reaction as my own laughter spills over my mouthful of cheap school burger. God, you suck at comedy, Inco. Olivia drinks greedily from her canteen to alleviate her sore vocal cords. Is that why you're all out of breath? It was a pity laugh. Stick to photography. You got a better one? The mood is slow to settle, but once Olivia has caught her breath, she speaks with a snide smile. In fact, I do. So, a Triceratops, a T-Rex, and a Rhino-Rex find a lamp. Her mouth clamps shut and eyes go wide. Oliv? Ah, perfect. I was looking for you two. Olivia casts her eyes down to her lunch, spearing her mystery meat roughly with a talon. Hey, Ben, what's up? I figured I'd come by and congratulate you on your submission entry. This again? I mean, it is my best piece, but all the praise for it is still surprising. It's exhilarating, all these compliments and everything. Thanks, man. Hey, maybe I'll be the winner of the contest. What do you think, Olivia? The green gator girl flinches. Ben shakes his head. Also, Olivia, great to catch you here. Principal Scalar wanted me to remind you that you need to clean up after yourself. Leaving messes in classes can disrupt students in other periods. Scalar said that? Why not tell Olivia herself? She's busy and tired of reminding you. Olivia scoffs at the mention of our principal, yet keeps her mouth firmly closed. Must not be that important, then. Inco, I just spent my entire second period cleaning up her mess because she's not taking anything seriously. I'm not supposed to be Scalar's errand boy, and I'm certainly not supposed to be a personal janitor. I'm left to frown at Olivia giving Ben the silent treatment. Was it wrong of me to think she'd be more open with everyone else like she is with me? Do you know how hard it is to scrub baking soda out from the carpet once it's dried? Can you just try not to make other people's lives harder? Ben, what the hell? I didn't mean that. I went too far. Sorry. Olivia tries shooting me an indifferent gaze. It cracks a bit into embarrassment when I don't return it. Ben's comment is completely uncalled for. I can't just stand around if she's not even going to defend herself. Come on, Ben, leave her alone. My point being, Olivia, this is completely ridiculous. I expect better from you. Expect? How can you have expectations for her? That came out a little wrong. Well, I expect her to do the bare minimum and not waste my time. Olivia doesn't even bother looking at Ben. Instead, she's looking at me with that sad face till she quietly wheels away from us. I think I went a little too far there. Yep. Shit. He pinches his brow and sighs. And left standing here with the student council president, I wonder what I had done that earned me Olivia's ire just now. You basically implied that nobody should expect anything from her. That bad? Mia really wanted me to have lunch with her today. She's definitely going to give me an earful after school. He glances at his phone and grimaces at the notifications. Spoke too soon, she's giving me one now. Well, you should probably grab your lunch while there's still time. Ben glances up at one of the clocks in the lunchroom. There's only about 10 minutes of lunch left. Bah, you're right, but the lines usually close 5 minutes ago. His fist hammers his palm in epiphany. Oh, you used the vending machines out there. Anything good there? I've been enjoying the atomic hot taquitos recently, but Damien tells me he's a bigger fan of bitter melon bites. Bitter melon it is. I don't think my tail could handle that amount of capsaicin. Ben gets up from his seat. Alright, I'll go check it out. Let's... One of his feet gets caught on the stool and he stumbles head first. Right into Damien's tray stacked high with mystery meat. Oh! He face plants right through the tray and onto the floor. It's weird seeing a character beside the human character fall over. On the bright side, the mystery meat cushions his fall. On the dark side, the mystery meat cushions his fall. Whoa, Ben, you alright? I jump up from my seat and go to help him up. Blah. Instinctively, I take a look around the cafeteria. All eyes are on us. I already hear it starting. Various murmurs about the safety of the student council president. Murmurs that start breaking into jeers. I know how this song and dance goes. It's over for Ben. He gets up and dusts off his blazer. Not exactly what I meant when I said meet and greet, Damien. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. All of a sudden, the entire attitude of the cafeteria shifted before my eyes. The jeers were deflected into a general amusement that permeated throughout the room. One of the nearby students stands up and hands him a few napkins to wipe his face off. Hey, thanks. How does he manage to stay so composed while covered in school mystery meat? I'm both impressed and jealous. You okay? Thought you couldn't eat meat. Even if I swallowed any, it'd take a lot more than that to really be an issue. I'll be fine, thanks for the concern, though. Even as he brushes off the lunchroom grime, Ben carries himself with dignity. If that had been me... This guy has some seriously quick wit. No, there's probably a little more to it than that. Man, I was looking forward to eating that. Why on earth did you even have that much meatloaf? I asked the cafeteria lady earlier this morning to let me have the leftovers. Although now it's gone a bit to waste. He eyes the remains on the floor. Some poor janitor's gonna have to mop all that up. Maybe. Don't even think about it. The bell signaling our next class tolls. The fistfights and gang wars cease on command, and everyone starts milling towards the exit. The cafeteria empties enough that I can clearly see the Ben-shaped Meatloaf Angel on the floor. There's a familiar rubbery and textured feeling on my fingertips. My instincts had kicked in, hands going for my camera to capture the moment. After which a sense of shame rolls over me, that I would even consider capturing something like this, especially when it's happening to my friend. I get up from my seat with a heavy sigh and finally head for my next class. I hope Ben will have some time to clean up before photography. He's got 5 minutes. On my way to photography, I'm still a bit caught up by what just happened. I think I'm starting to see how Ben accomplished that. I mean, ordinarily, an incident that embarrassing would be just detrimental to your social standing. On my first day, I went through something like that, an event so humiliating people were spreading rumors for days. Sure, they died out pretty quick, but the fact is it happened. One moment, everything is fine, and then suddenly, something you couldn't have even seen coming just upends your life. Stuff like that can happen all the time, and to anyone. It's something that's always terrified me. It's something that just happened to Ben, only... He was exempt, he was quick on his feet, and diffused the situation faster than it could have even really started. It's like... disaster avoidance. I seriously think it's the most important skill one can have. To have everything under control, to see trouble from a mile away and make it a non-issue, even when it takes you by surprise. That sort of social capital is something I need. Maybe it's a little selfish, but if I were seen that way, then any sudden happenings would be forgiven instantly. Of course, Ben isn't alone. The world is full of people with that skill, only I'd be lying if I said most of them deserved it. Most people able to get away with stuff use their unique ability for just that, getting away with stuff. What should be seen as a blessing of a social buffer is just some enabling trait of theirs, a charismatic get-out-of-jail-free card. If I had that ability, I'd use it to push myself to my limits, both artistically and productively. That's my ultimate goal. Ben is one of the good ones, definitely. He's definitely earned my respect over this. The question remains, though, how do I get like that? That line of thinking is cut off as I round the next corner. Wanted to talk with you, Olivia. At the center of the hallway intersection, I see Mia and Olivia. Oh, come the fuck now, Olivia. Don't be such a killjoy. I'm trying to be nice here. The grin on Mia's face is jovial as she stands before the wheelchair-bound girl, her tail lazily swaying as she eyes Olivia. Man, I never realized how lethal those spikes on her tail look. After all, have to be nice to someone as talented as Olivia, don't I? Behind her are a pair of similarly smug saurian girls. Actually, wait a minute. Those two... they're Mia's friends? I mean, she knows her way around a palette and canvas. Right, Olivia? A paraplegic Picasso here. That's you, right? I can't imagine how useless you must feel otherwise. I'm so glad you're able to put those thoughts aside and paint some things you like. Mia takes a step towards Olivia, her previous expression taking on a more ominous air. Yet for all that talent and untapped potential, you seem to lack some of the basics expected of a functioning young adult. Mia's lips part, revealing a cruel grin. I hear you've been a really dirty, messy little baby, leaving your stuff everywhere in class and getting it all over the place. They should stick you in a cute little bib. Kiara and Lunara laugh, jeering loudly at Olivia. Mia snaps her finger, causing the two of them to go quiet. I still don't want to believe it. Those two, they were so nice to me. What are they doing with Mia? I know them. They're smart. They know if this is what it looks like, it's horrible. And they're not the kind of people to punch down like this. But they all decided to do this, right? So what's going on? Is there more to this situation? Mia takes another step forward, her figure now looming over Olivia as she looks down with a cruel sneer on her lips. Normally, I wouldn't waste my time trying to single you out, but I'm gonna use this moment to make you get the picture. Benny was supposed to join me for lunch, but he had to stay behind to clean up after your mess. You got your issues. You can't ride a bike, whatever. That's your fucking problem. Stop making it mine, Olivia. Or do I need to start being a problem for you? Yeah, does Ben look like your nanny? Well, she does come pre-packaged with the stroller. Come on, Mia, that's crossing the line. It's not like she could stand up to you, or anyone. What, I'm just chatting with Liv here. But if I did hurt your feelings, I'm really sorry. Kiara's beak clicks loudly and repetitively while Lunara's hand covers her maw to hide a giggle. Oh, don't take it so personally, Olivia. I'm just teasing ya. Right, Liv? We're all just one big happy family here. Lord knows some of us here could use one. I don't even know how to respond to that. I want to hear both sides of the story here. What history Mia and Olivia have for a confrontation like this? I think getting this upset over her missing lunch with Ben is extreme, but Mia's friends remain by her side. Completely steadfast against Olivia. Is it that bad? And yet Olivia says nothing to her. She has her head atop the knuckles of her hand like I would during Prockling's history lessons. There were moments where Olivia's tail would press into the floor, shifting her chair back or to the side. It looked like she was attempting to sidestep the conversation with that muscular tail, but Mia's own movements cut off her escape attempts. Mia returns the calm stare. There is no emotion, but the staring contest was a fight in its own way, and the first to look away would lose. Olivia's frigid indifference against Mia's piercing gaze. Kiara ends up dropping her phone and both glare at her simultaneously. A draw. Kiara, I swear I'll kill you one of these days. Olivia takes the opportunity to move past Mia. Mia takes no time to toughen her stance and continue her spew of insults. What, leaving so soon? And so quickly? That's almost normal walking speed. I was honestly thinking you need a cooler nickname to go with your need for speed. Hot Wheels. In an instant, Olivia stops to a squeaking halt. Gone was her stoic face, in its place were eyes wide with shock. How the hell? Olivia's pace falters. Mia quickly steps ahead again and places a foot on her left wheel. Your brain-dead finhead friend told me back in gym class. He went on about how you had it back when you were still soiling your diapers. Honestly, I think you should embrace it. So say it. Well? Are you retarded, you stupid bitch? Fucking say it. God, do you need fucking speech therapy too? Say it. Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. See, I knew you could do it. Kind of fitting. I agree with half of it. Olivia's claws dig into her armrests. Maybe that's the nuance. The point is that only half of it works. Mia turns to look at Kiara and Lunara, eliciting some more giggling from them. I'm sure you wouldn't mind us making it cool again, though, right? I mean, you were such a winner back then. Mia leans in close, her voice now a harsh stage whisper as she glares daggers through Olivia. What's wrong, Hot Wheels? Don't want to talk anymore? Am I not good enough for you? Even from afar, I can tell that Olivia is starting to lose her composure. Her tail lays limp on the floor, as if the energy to hold it was drained away. Oh my god. I think this is bullying. Yeah, you think? What was your first clue, dude? I didn't want to believe it. But it's undeniable by now. This is textbook bullying. It's unfair. It's like when you're in line to use the restroom after hours and hours of waiting and someone cuts in front of you. Completely inexcusable. Yeah, that's totally the same thing as somebody being ableist towards you, Inco. God. Is this the part where I should step in? What do I even say? I have to at least try, right? It's my duty as a fellow student. Maybe I don't need to say anything at all, just being present for Olivia against the Horde. And it certainly wouldn't help if I got an even bigger target on my back from Mia. Olivia wrenches herself free from Mia's foot and continues down the hall. The others follow like vultures. Oh man, I need to think and act fast. My legs move on their own and I cross into the hallway. I'm instantly noticed. Mia's already registered my presence and her expression changes. My heart starts beating quicker and harder. Time's up for being indecisive. Defend Olivia, or show support for Olivia. Saving. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I need to show support for Olivia, because she needs to defend herself, like, going off of how Olivia got upset earlier, because Inco said that Ben shouldn't have expectations of her, and that was obviously taken the wrong way. So yeah, I think showing support for her is the correct thing to do, and letting her defend herself. As much as I want to go off on Mia and her posse, Olivia wouldn't want me to try standing up for her again, not after how I tried to handle it with Ben. Besides, I'd probably fumble the words and make myself look like a fool anyway. So there's really not much I can do. But what I can do is nothing. Say nothing, do nothing, just wait for Olivia to pass by. She stops a bit in confusion, but quickly remembers that she's currently on the run. When she passes by, I follow down the same hallway, slowing my pace to be slightly behind her. Olivia turns to look at me with equal parts surprise and dread. I think a part of her fears that I'm about to say or do something really stupid. Instead, I merely give a warm smile. To be picked on by that many people at once, all certain they're doing no wrong, it's terrifying. Yeah, for real, I'm having middle school flashbacks. Shit. In moments like this, she should know that someone's got her back. Even if I have nothing to offer, at least the playing field will be a bit less one-sided. Now that she has someone beside her. The hell? Hey, I know that jacket. And I know that bullseye of a head from a mile away. The group starts following behind us. Olivia glances over to me, and I return another small smile. Well, well, if it ain't Baldy. Coming in to save the day or something? I don't respond. Instead, I keep my head forward and keep on walking with Olivia. That seems to catch me a bit off guard, as I can hear the gears in her mind visibly start to turn. Hey, I'm still talking to you, Hot Wheels! The sounds of shuffling boots start to gain on us. Oh crap, they're gonna punch him in the face. Real talk, one time when I was like 11, I walked away from like these 3 girls who were being mean to me, and then I heard footsteps on the pavement really fast, and I turned around to see what it was, and then I got punched in the face. That was a bad day. Just because you have Baldy here now to protect you isn't gonna save your hide. Neither him or any of your dipshit friends. I can see Olivia's claws digging into her armrests at the nickname, but otherwise she maintains her apathetic leer. The more we walk, the more obscenities Mia keeps blurting out to try and get a rise out of either of us. This is why you don't have any real friends, you skipless salamander. I don't know if Olivia has a plan, because I can't fully understand why she's letting Mia walk all over her like this. But I remain steadfast and believe that she knows what she's doing. It's all I really can do. Who'd even want to be with a cripple like you? I can hear Mia laughing at her own words. Olivia, please change your mind and waste this bitch. Ah, so you got something to say now, Hot Wheels? She shrugs. If that's how you feel, Mia. What? Olivia doesn't say anything else, she only turns around and begins to wheel herself down the hallway. For a moment I stand in place and watch as Mia tries to process what happened. Even her posse look confused and unsure of what to say. You really got her, Mia. Yeah, definitely showed that leathery bitch. Mia jerks her head to her cohorts and glares at them, angered by their pity comments. Then she stares me down with obsidian daggers in her eyes. Well, that's my cue to leave. With the grace of a headless chicken, I scramble down the hallway to catch up with Olivia. Rounding the corner, there's no Olivia to be found. Where'd she go? I suddenly hear Lunara's voice echoing down the hall, followed closely by Mia's. Mia, what are you doing? Get back here, you fucks! Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, she's running up and she's gonna hit him. Not alone. Not with them. Dread fills me as I hear the pursuing predator's heavy footsteps approach me. I'm grabbed from behind. I'm dead. I'm dead. Whoa! Suddenly I'm violently pulled aside. Right into the school's elevator, by the collar of my jacket. Oh, thank God it wasn't Mia. She jams the key into the slot and smashes the button to the second level. As the doors close, we hear Mia roar out for us. Next time I see those two again, I'll make sure that oversized cue ball has to use that wheelchair of hers instead. Thankfully, the elevator doors close shut and the car jerks upwards before making its ascent. Never knew I'd feel grateful to be in this death trap. Oh, there she is, she knows. But she doesn't have a key, so that's the important part. As I catch the breath I had unknowingly held, my eyes align with a pair of silver serpentine eyes. Huh? I appreciate what you did for me back there. I'm surprised. Not sure what to say back, really. Instead, I smile back and nod. In return, she gives me half a smile before recomposing herself. You should, roll with me in the elevator now. How come? Well, you've just become enemies with her. If she sees you, you'll be a wad of gum under her boot. Oh, joy. Yeah, your best bet is to just avoid her now. This way you stay out of the hallways. I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Wait, the elevator will stop Mia from beating the snot out of me and the entire rest of the school? Yes. We hear the small electronic bing of the elevator and the doors slide open. History class is as bland as it usually is. Brooklyn continues prattling on about some sort of historical event, but most of my attention is on Olivia. She has her hoodie over her head and looks lost in thought. That altercation must have shaken her up more than I thought it would be. A part of me wants to ask if she'll be okay, even though I'd already asked 3 times already. But the last thing I'd want to do is prod at her. Soon enough, class nears its end, and Olivia uses her accommodation to leave the class early. Besides, we can talk about it after school if she wants to anyways. The more I think about it, the more I realize that I had my first real confrontation with a bully at a school. I heard once that when you get into a fight for the first time, you throw up from the adrenaline. That's not true. No fists were thrown, but I feel about the same right now. I wring my hands together to try steadying them. Jeez, I'm a wuss. I stood up to Mia with Olivia, and I end up in this mess.